It says, quote, her priorities are her kids and work, but she would love to find a guy to share her life with. You guys want to know what this sounds like? Her priorities are kids and work, but wants to find a guy to share her life with. What does that sound like to you guys, huh? What's that sound like? I'll tell you what that sounds like. It sounds like so Kim K, the queen of the Kardashian empire, is worried about the fact that men won't want to date her after her divorce from Kanye West. Now, if you have my level of awareness, and of course I'm not going to say or specify what kind of awareness I'm talking about, because we know that I could be limited, so to speak, right? And we all know what that means. But if you have my level of awareness, you know and understand very clearly two very important things here when it comes to Kim K. Number one, Kim Kardashian will have absolutely no problem finding men who will make her acquaintance, just like her sister Khloe. Kim K will have plenty of men, more than Khloe actually, even though she's older. She'll have a bunch of men lined up around the block willing to date her. Now, some men will date her because they've had a crush on her since they were teenagers. And now they have the status, the money, and the clout to finally get her attention and affection. Think Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore. Now, others will date her for the instant clout, the instant credibility, and to, of course, increase their Q rating. Think A-Rod and Jennifer Lopez. Whatever the reason for dating her, Kim Kardashian will have absolutely no shortage of men who are willing to date her. That's the first point. But the second thing, that men who understand that when she says she's worried about men who won't date her, that what she means is that she's really worried that men of equal or greater value will not commit to her long term. And that's what really has Kim K worried. That's what keeps her up at night. Man, Kyle Busch won again. And you want to know something, guys? You want to know something? She should be. She should be. Kim Kardashian has quite literally everything that every single American born and raised female could possibly want. She has status. She has influence. She has more money than she could spend in 1,000 lifetimes. She has a string of high-profile ex-boyfriends and husbands, as well as the 6th or 7th most Instagram followers globally. Hell, she's considered to be the queen of Instagram. And the reason for this is that the vast majority of Instagram models, they model their look after her, right? Take a look at any given quote-unquote Instagram model's profile, and you will see essentially a bunch of Kim K clones, right? They all want to look like her. Their bodies, their faces, their makeup, everything is based on the Kim Kardashian template. She has everything any Western woman could possibly want. But guess what? Guess what? She's not happy. She is completely miserable. And would you like to know why? It's for the same reason that most women in this country are miserable but cannot bring themselves to admit. She doesn't have a man. That's why she's miserable. The series finale of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I think it aired a couple weeks ago. And in that episode, she had a very heartfelt conversation with her mother when she opened up about the details of her and Kanye's divorce for the first time on camera, right? During that conversation, Kim says to her mother, and I'm paraphrasing here, am I just going to sit here and think, okay, my kids fulfill me and I'm good? I totally thought I've got my kids, I'm good. Her mother, Chris, then replies, and again, I'm paraphrasing here, "I just want to see you happy and joyful. And I think I haven't seen that in a really long time." Well, wait a minute, Ms. Jenner. Wait a minute. You mean having a net worth of $1 billion, millions of followers, and adoring fans everywhere, and being the linchpin and quite possibly the greatest family media dynasty in the history of mankind isn't enough to bring her joy? Why, according to television and movies, one would think that everything that is endorsed and co-signed on by our female celebrities is exactly what brings women true happiness, right? After all, women need men like fish need bicycles, right? Let's take a look at a couple of Kim K's quotes that give us the answers. Kim says, quote, "I just feel like I've worked so hard in life to achieve everything that I've wanted to, and I've lived up to my expectations and achieved 10 times more than what I thought was humanly possible." She said possibly, she probably meant possible. "But I don't have a life to share that with." Oh, yes, you do, Kim. Yes, you do. You've got your children. You've got your mother. You've got your sisters. You do have an entire life to share all of this with. Yeah, for the last 2 decades. What do you mean you don't have a life to share it with? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. You meant a man. You don't have a man to share that with. She also said, quote, I want someone that we have the same shows in common. I want someone that wants to work out with me. It's the little things is what I don't have." Again, Kim Kardashian is surrounded by people she has things in common with. I'm sure her mother and sisters like the same shows as she does, right? And I'm sure that she has more than one person who wants to work out with her. More recently, her younger sister, Chloe, who figured out that if she lost a little bit of weight, she could maybe approach the same following as her older sister. Ah, you stumped us again, Kim K. The someone you want is a man. Let's take a look at what someone... Yes, I think I'm ready for small experiences. That will mean a lot. Let's take a look at what someone close to her recently told the media. It says, quote, her priorities are her kids and work, but she would love to find a guy to share her life with. You guys want to know what this sounds like? Her priorities are kids and work, but wants to find a guy to share her life with. What does that sound like to you guys, huh? What's that sound like? I'll tell you what that sounds like. It sounds like a single mother, guys. Kim Kardashian has gone from making a sex tape with Ray J to building, well, an empire to talking like a single mother. She's gone from a sex tape with Ray J to building a 10-figure media empire to single mom. So this is your leader, ladies? This is the woman whose life you want to emulate? Do you want to release a sex tape? Then parlay that publicity into creating a media empire? Date a bunch of high-profile athletes, gain hundreds of millions of followers on IG, marry a billion-dollar mogul, have a few of his kids, then end up alone at 40 while your ex dates a younger woman? Gentlemen, Kim Kardashian is the quintessential example of a woman who has everything except the one thing that would make her truly happy. We as men, we don't need women to be happy. Yes, they have the potential to elevate our lives, and they often do. But they are far from necessary for us to be truly happy. For us, women are a luxury and not a necessity. Women would love to think that they're exactly the same way, but they're not. Men are a necessity to women, not a luxury. They can tell themselves and other people, I don't need a man, but it'd be nice if I had one. That's why men understand that we must be self-sufficient. Because a man who needs a woman is weak. A woman who completes a man isn't a man. That is simply a male who needs a woman, right? Women are literally exactly the opposite. But because they keep trying to be men, they end up miserable. Ladies, all 7 of you watching, if you haven't heard anything I've said today, I am pleading with you to understand this. Needing a man doesn't make you weak. It makes you a woman. And there's nothing wrong with being a woman. There's nothing wrong with needing a man to be happy. It's who you and what you guys are. We as men, we're good with that. What, you're worried about women saying bad things about you because you admit that you need a man? Well, Kim K is surrounded by women and she's still miserable. Kim Kardashian is clearly distraught about the fact that the men she wants, the men that she wants long-term relationships with, won't want her for the same thing. Yeah, okay, they'll take her for a spin for a while. They'll get stories written about their hot new romance with the queen of IG, right? They'll get their pictures taken with her, whatever award show, red carpet they attend. But when the dust settles and the new wears off, they're off with the younger model. Just like Kanye. Kim K is depressed about her long-term dating prospects because she, like Beyonce, knows that the true value of a woman is determined by the kind of man you can attract and subsequently lock down. This is why Beyonce is never leaving Jay-Z. Ladies, the world doesn't care about your accomplishments as a single woman. Yes, okay, the world blows smoke up your ass and tells you how great and wonderful you are. But no matter what the world says, the true measure of a woman is a woman who gets married to a man of value, bears his children, is a good mother to them, and can stick it out with them. Okay. Listen, I'll admit, we all know that Kanye is a little, he's a little off, right? Like, let's not pretend that Kanye is normal. And what billionaire is normal, right? Like, it is what it is. But ask yourselves this. Ask yourselves this, ladies. How many of you would gladly put up with this crazy to be with him? Yeah, okay, Kanye is a little bit cuckoo, but guess what? 257% of women watching this would gladly put up with that kind of crazy to be with a man like Kanye. You see, ladies, when you're young, your value is determined by your youth and your beauty. But your youth and beauty don't mean a goddamn thing if you use it to sport fuck your way through your 20s and have 3 Noit Robas spelled backwards because you pretend to be allergic to latex and lambskin and you know it. Do you know who else knows this? Kim Kardashian knows this. And this is why she is both depressed and anxious about her life post-Kanye. Again, guys, she has everything any woman could ever dream of, and 10 times more. 10 times more. She really does. But the one thing that could make her truly happy is something that money, fame, a sex tape, a successful reality show, a makeup line, and hundreds of millions of adoring fans cannot buy. And that is a relationship of consequence with a man of value that you respect and love, who loves and respects you in return. And this is why Kim Kardashian, despite all she has, will eventually end up alone. And if Kim K ends up alone with all of the perceived advantages that she has, then ladies, what does fate have in store for you? If Kim Kardashian is going to end up single after all she's accomplished, what do you think is going to happen to you? Ladies, truth, real talk, enough with this I don't need a man facade. Just be honest with yourselves and admit that you need a man and act accordingly. All your single friends, they can hate on you all they want to. But when you do what needs to be done to make yourself happy, you will have achieved a level of contentment and satisfaction that has eluded Kim Kardashian her entire adult life.